welcome back to my channel. My name is Marie, and for today's video I wanted to share with you my thrifting wish list. I've seen other people do this and I was inspired to make my own. I think this is a good idea to keep in mind what you're looking for at the thrift, and maybe it'll make it easier for me to spot it. I'm not sure, but I'm excited to be able to look back on it and see what I did find. And the first thing that I would like to find at the thrift store is a swan vase. I have seen these on Pinterest and people put makeup brushes or hair brushes in them and they look very pretty. And I think I would like to put my makeup brushes in something like that. Right now my makeup brushes are in a glass jar, which is fine, is cute, but this one is really pretty. The next things are lamps. So the first kind of lamp is a lotus lamp, which I've seen a lot, and I've seen some on Marketplace and they are so pricey, but I have seen people finding them in thrift store and they are just so pretty. There are kind of like two different types. I will put picture here, and I love them both. I've seen pink, blue, and green, I think. I'm not sure if there are more colors, but they are all so pretty. Also kind of similar to the lotus lamp, just a flower lamp, is very cute, I think, and there are so many different kinds, and I'm sure I could find one at a thrift store, so hopefully I will. And then the last lamp that I have seen is kind of like, I'm not sure of the name, but it looks like stained glass and there are like different colors and it's very pretty. I feel like I love the vintage feels and the colors, and usually there's like, it's kind of like a drawing, so I've seen one with a butterfly. I've also seen a lot with flowers and I just love them a lot. The next thing I have written down is a vintage jewelry box, and I will show you right here. I have seen these recently and I love how they look, and actually I did thrift one of these, I think it was in 2020, and it was like white, I think, but I painted over it with pink, which I thought was really cute at the time, but I wouldn't do now because it was a really like flashy pink, I think, with red, so it wasn't very soft at all. And nowadays I do prefer the wood feel and like brown colors, and I would love to put my jewelry in something like that and have it on my vanity or something, and I think it has a lot of charm. The next thing I would love to find are some tiny frames. I've seen people do kind of like gallery walls but on their fridge, and I think this is such a good idea. I really love it, and I already have one small frame that I already showed and it has a heart. I have not put a picture in it yet, but I think I could just glue a magnet on it and it would be very cute. The next item on my list is a vintage dress, and of course I will show you what I mean by that, but I've seen these pretty dainty dresses that kind of look like, not fairy, but kind of, and they're very delicate. They have beading on them sometimes, and I just love how this kind of style looks. I'm not sure if there is a name for it, but I don't have anything similar to it in my closet right now, and I'm not sure I would make something like that just because of the beading. For example, I've never beaded something. Maybe I could try, but hopefully I can find something similar at the thrift. And of course, these photos, I'm not sure if they're actually vintage, but it's just to show a general idea of the look. The last item on my wish list is going to be a cashmere or wool cardigan. And cardigan are one of my favorite pieces of clothing right after dresses, just because I wear them a lot. I can wear them with a dress, and I just love them a lot. I feel like they're more put together than like a zip up hoodie, which if you prefer zip up hoodie, that's totally fine, but I would prefer a cardigan with some little cute buttons. That's just more of my style, and I would preferably love to find them in a natural fiber like cashmere or wool, because it will last a very long time, and I can take care of it by washing it by hand. I've done it for the first time not too long ago, and I've seen that it's not that hard to do, and usually you won't really have to wash them too often unless there is odor and maybe a stain on them, but usually you won't really need to wash them too often. So that's great, and they will last me a long time, and they will be also warm for the winter. So these were all the items on my thrift wish list, and I had a lot of home decor. Um, and I think maybe that's because for clothing there are some clothing that I just want to sew myself. So maybe that is why, but nonetheless, I hope you enjoyed. I hope maybe it gave you some inspiration on what to look for at the thrift, and let me know if you have anything on your thrift wish list. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.